storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What's up, Storm Chasers? Today we gotta talk about how T-Pain let a dude who literally itches, burns, and screams every 6 to 8 weeks put him in a 4-year depression and fuck him out of his own damn career. Now, T-Pain opened up on this Netflix documentary called This Is Pop, basically like featuring different musical artists and stuff. And he claims that on one fateful night when he was on a plane asleep on his way to the BET Awards, a steward come over and tell him to, wake up because Usher want to speak to you. And I'm sitting here trying to picture this in my mind. Like, first off, nigga, I'm asleep. I'm trying to get my sleep before my performance. And the part they did tell us is I drunk, high, whatever the hell else, they probably were. And so I'm not finna get up to come in and speak to you because once again, I'm asleep and whatever you need to talk to me about can't wait until we land. That's probably how I would have moved and probably why I ain't got that many damn friends. But anyway, T-Pain gets up, he walks to the back of the plane, because he was in first class. And then Usher, goes on to let him know that him using auto-tune has effed up music. And T-Pain is like, what? You wiped the crust out of his eyes? Like, clearly got to hear this right. Clearly I'm still dreaming or this is a nightmare. I don't know. But I know that my so-called friend did not just say that I single-handedly messed up music. And that's what Usher did. And Usher claims that T-Pain messed up music simply by using auto-tune. And I'm like, well, what in the fuck? That don't even make any sense. What you guys did not know until T-Pain revealed it is that one encounter with Usher led him into a 4-year depression. But I got to keep it real. Can I blame T-Pain's 4-year depression on Usher Raymond itching and burning and being in a bad fucking mood? And instead of rubbing his cream and taking his medicine, his Valtrex and Cialis and going to sleep, he decided to mess with T-Pain? Did that cause your depression? Or did ultimately a lack of self-esteem in yourself cause your 4-year depression, T-Pain? T-Pizzle, I truly feel like you could have had an even greater career than what you did had you just simply had more confidence and more self-esteem. But that is not something that anybody can put in you. That's something that you got to find within yourself. And so those 4 years that you spend depressed, the 4 years that you spend buying cars, buying houses, shoes, Chanel bags, hoes, and strippers and the like would have probably been better well invested into a good therapist. It could have had your ass in and out of the office in 6 to 18 months. But let's talk about it, right? Usher was his friend and told him that T-Pain using auto-tune ruined music. And I said, that just doesn't make sense to me because when you look at the history of auto-tune, all right, one of the first major artists to be recognized using it is Cher in her 1997 song, Do You Believe in Love After Love? Right? And she was using auto-tune all up and through that song, and a lot of people attribute auto-tune to her, but she actually did not start it. She just made it popular in the late 90s. Auto-tune was actually first created back in 1928, right? But it wasn't called auto-tune. It was basically a tool that was created to synthesize the voice called a vocoder. Like I said, 1928, and it was actually used in World War II, all right, by a man named Homer Dudley. Then we move on to the 1950s when a German scientist by the name of Werner Meyer Epler was trying to figure out how to use this synthesizer, this vocoder machine to actually put into music. So at first it was just meant to communicate, to allow military people to communicate. Later on in the 50s, a scientist tried to figure out how to actually use this shit in music. But then by 1968, the first synthesizer was officially developed and started becoming popular by groups like Styx, Phil Collins, Queen, and many, many more throughout the late 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then let's not even forget that Usher, while you was down in T-Pain for using auto-tune in 2010 for that fuck-ass album called Raymond vs. Raymond that nobody gave a fuck about because ain't nobody really gave a damn about none of your albums since 2004 when you was with Jermaine Dupri, you used auto-tune as well. And I know damn well you wasn't finna talk that shit to will.i.am like you was talking to T-Pain, all right? Because let's keep it real. Ever since Usher gave us his confessions, ain't none of his songs really been worth a damn after that. Ain't none of his albums really been worth a damn after that. I am sorry. So back when Usher was hating on T-Pain, when T-Pain was at the top of his game and really running R&B and was definitely a trendsetter, let me tell you something. Usher was going through a lot. Number one, like I said, he was itching and burning every 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, number one. Number two, his fan base was growing up and they didn't want to hear about the same old love shit. He had to mature with his audience, but he was not able to. Number three, somebody lied to his ass, sucked on his earlobe and told him that he needed to go pop, and that's what officially ruined his career. You ruined your career when you left Jermaine Dupri's house. You ruined your career when you left his basement or the bed that you used to sleep in with Diddy. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck to really go that much in detail. But T-Pain damn sure didn't ruin no hip hop. He didn't ruin R&B. He didn't ruin music in general. But you know who did ruin music? The very same people that signed your checks. You know who did ruin music, USHER? The very same woman, the whatever Jen Gokashay that you done had all these damn children with now at your late age of 52. The same woman, the same executives, the same people that don't look nothing like your ass that will put you in your place and cancel you quick if your ass step out of line. That's who ruined music. And you want to know how they ruin music? They ruin music by simply replacing the black faces with the white ones. Okay, they told the black folks that their R&B sound was out and just put white ones in their place. That's how they ruin music. Okay, so T-Pain never ruined no music at all. I just took you through the history. It was obviously the white execs that USHER was never going to call out, and it was very obvious that USHER was going through a lot. Career was not going where he wanted to be. He had messed up when he fired his mama as his manager. He had messed up when he left Jermaine Dupri's basement. He had messed up when he tried to go pop, and he was just basically putting his insecurities off into T-Pain. Now, I do have to say this. T-Pain was so affected by this because T-Pain felt like, well, USHER and I are friends. And I'm looking like, ain't no friends in the game. You ain't learned that yet. It ain't no friends in the game. It ain't no friends when they come in this industry. It is nothing but business associates. That's about as best and as close as you're going to really be able to get to anybody, because when it comes to money, money is their friend. Money is their God. Money will always be number one. So T-Pain had to learn the hard way that the very same people that you think cheer for, you don't. Here's my thing, right? The true test of a friendship is how does that friend feel about you when you surpass them in life? How do they feel when you have your come up moment? How do they feel when you in the spotlight and you shining and people not looking at them as much? Because everybody had a day. All right, they had a day on top. Then they had a day where they kind of go to the side and they kind of go into, auto drive, and they got their lane and they do their own thing, but they not the it person anymore. When you are in that position of being the it person and you got a friend in the very same industry, how they treat you then is how you gonna know if that is your real and true friend or not. If they happy for you and genuinely mean it, great. But usually people's own jealousy and their egos get in the way. Here's another thing in life. Like I said, a lot of times people feel like, I want you to be in the gutter, but I don't want you to get too high. A lot of people feel like they look at you on the outside. You don't look like shit. You don't bring nothing to the table. Come on now, Usher's very vain. USHER has been one of the best looking R&B singers for the longest. Now he old and he thickums now. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't ugly. But he look at somebody like T-Pain like, how does this fat, ugly motherfucker, how is he outselling me? How is everybody loving him? How is he changing music? He ain't got abs. I don't understand. He simply didn't understand. All right. He hung around you, T-Pain, to suck off your energy. All right. Get ideas from music up off of you. But he was never your motherfucking friend, because when you was shining bright, when he really should have stood by your side, as soon as his light started to dim, his ego and his lack of self-confidence took over, which then caused you to get your ass off track. Don't you know, T-Pain, in life that people will see the light in you that you can't even see to yourself, and their job is simply to come to knock your ass off track if you are not mentally, spiritually, and emotionally strong enough on the inside. So like I said, this one encounter was the tick off of T-Pain's depression, but I can't blame a 4-year depression on one encounter with the person. What I will say is that I believe T-Pain has always suffered from a lack of confidence. He ended up, taking off in music and almost really couldn't believe all of the accolades that he was receiving. Started making these so-called industry friends, and when one of them turned on him, it just brought back all of those insecurities from childhood, from what everybody has said about him his whole entire life, and whatever else that this man is dealing with. So give T-Pain his flowers while this man is alive. He was a trendsetter. He got hits on hits on hits. The man can actually sing in real life, and can't no one man take down no damn industry or ruin no damn genre. If it's anything, get some damn execs that don't look nothing like us telling us what kind of music is good for us. They telling us what's gonna sell to us, even though we know what we want to hear. That's who ruined music. not T-Pain. That shit makes absolutely no sense, and it's ridiculous. And for everybody out there that's saying like, oh, I'm so disappointed in USHER. I can't believe USHER would have said that. What do you mean? You don't know these fucking people. You think because they smile and get on camera and sing and dance and shambo and shoot scoop for you that you know who these people is? See, most of these people are evil. Most of these people are egotistical. Most of these people are so damn insecure. And if it wasn't for the fact that they could vibrate their vocal cords, they were probably laid up drunk, high as fuck up under a damn bridge somewhere, because a lot of them can't do shit else but sing and dance, and that's just the damn truth. You be seeing how lost they is in life after they lose their damn career, don't be knowing what to do, as if McDonald's ain't hiring. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the video there. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think USHER was the cause of T-Pain's depression, or do you think T-Pain already had some kind of issues? And what do you guys think ruined music? I think there is still good music out there. It's just not necessarily in the mainstream. Who do you think is truly in control of that? What is the agenda that they are trying to push? And let me know that back in the day, was you a T-Pain fan or not? All right, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and I will catch you guys later.
Get your beautifully crafted bags at nightanddaymarket.com. Make sure you sign up to the website's email to get their latest discounts. The link is in the description box below. Hey ladies, summer's here. You ready to step out in style? Well, head over to nightanddaymarket.com. They got an array of t-shirts, bags, earrings, sneakers, and much, much more. Oh, don't forget to sign up to their email list on their website to get those discounts. So y'all better head over there and get yourself some at nightanddaymarket.com. The link is in the description box below.
Storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.